Hello, my dear earth signs. How are you doing? My name is Michaela from Shine Your Light Brightly 1111. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. And first of all, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I hope you're doing well, having a wonderful Christmas with your loved ones and your families and friends. What I want to do for you today, I will do for each earth sign, so the timestamps will be down in the description box below. A little overview for 2024. So you are the last element I do, so 9 readings are already done, and I can already tell you, even though I set the intention to get all areas, Spirit gave me one main topic that the sign of my community on YouTube here needs to deal with next year. So we will see what comes up for you. What I can already tell you, when I was preparing for the element of earth, I already got some general information for earth signs. So you might feel stuck at the beginning of the year in whatever situation it might be then for you, trying to manifest something into your life, what's not really happening. But justice will be served was the last message I got. There will be some kind of new beginning. There will also some kind of, I don't know, ascension for you. So something will, it's some huge change and justice will be served. But maybe not in the way you expected or desired to. That was the message. But again, that was for earth signs in general. We will see. I will start with Capricorn, go ahead then with Taurus, and end the element of earth with Virgo. In general, only take what resonates. It's a general reading on YouTube for a collective. So of course, not each and every information in a reading can fit to your personal situation. So trust your own intuition here, and only take what fits, and don't try to make anything fit. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Just get rid of it. Excuse me. And in general, I am an intuitive reader, so I get my information out of the cards, out of the pictures. I get them from spirit. And I also am a transformative reader, so it might come up a few information that might trigger you. So if you are looking for all love and light reader, I'm unfortunately not your reader, but that's totally fine. So with all that said, I would say we jump right in and start with the sign of Capricorn. So, my dear Capricorn, you're the first here. And the energies I already picked up on for your sign. Well, you want to have a new beginning somehow, because there is a situation you've put a lot of effort and hope into, but it's just not unfolding the way you desire. And at some point you, even if it's painful, decide to leave a situation. Then you take some kind of a timeout. So there's one card that already wants to, the 5 of Wands, so challenging times. So then you take kind of a rest, a time of healing. It will be, I will be honest with you here, quite painful to leave that behind, because you've put a lot of hope into that. So I will start with a 9-card spread to get an overview. We'll then also use some other decks to get further information. So we have the 5 of Wands with the throat chakra here coming out as a little extra message, made the appearance here in your reading. Five of Wands is about challenge. It's about inner conflict. It can be about competition, but that's not what I get. It is the chakra tarot, so it comes up here with the throat chakra. So it might be something about communication here that is challenging for you in your current situation where you might feel stuck. So something isn't communicated well, or it's not enough communicated, or not open enough, whatever it might be for you. Your overall energy is here the Knight of Coins. That's the energy of Taurus. I only go with other signs when it comes to court cards and major arcana. So the Knight of Coins is the slowest knight in the deck. What he has to offer is that huge coin that would be the Ace of Pentacles. It's really solid and something beautiful, but he takes his time. So you are waiting for that. And I feel you are waiting for that for quite some time, and my heart gets heavy here. So we get the first card from the deck, which goes in the middle and goes together with your overall energy. Let's have a look what that is. The Ace of Wands. That's passion ignited. The Ace of Wands is a beautiful energy of a new beginning with passion and creativity. So you want to have that new beginning. You want to have more passion, but somehow it's not delivered. According to your ego, it takes too long. So I will lay out the other cards first. I will show them to you when I talk about them, but I will already tell you what it is. So we have the Eight of Cups right away. What is leaving something behind, walking away from something. Two of Cups, walking away from a partnership. From a King of Cups, what is Scorpio's energy? I think. The Princess of Cups. The Ten of Coins, what would be a marriage or serious committed relationship. A Chariot, so victory, movement forward, maybe even moving, travel. A Knight of Cups, romantic gesture, and a Knight of Swords, so two knights here. Can you remember that I just said the Knight of Coins is too slow according to your ego? That was the bottom, right? Underneath is the Five of Swords. What's the card of ego and pride? Not only, but also. But it's also the card, okay, they tell me to take it. It's also the card of defeat, so kind of, well, it takes so long, maybe the battle is lost. Maybe that makes no chance anymore. No, that makes no sense anymore. There is no chance anymore. So I wanted to say both at the same time. So, yeah. Well, my dear Capricorn, what is going on here? So, let's take a deep breath. So we have Pisces, it's not Scorpio, it's Pisces. The Knight of Cups is Scorpio, the Knight of Swords is Aquarius, and Taurus are already said. So we have one major arcana, that's Chariot, that's the Chariot, and that's Cancer. So far to the signs. So again, you want to have more passion, but it's a new beginning somehow, but it's not happening. So for some of you, it is in a current relationship that's not evolving the way you want. For others, you are waiting for someone new and it's just not happening, or you met someone and it's not evolving the way you want, so not becoming a relationship. So the Eight of Cups is a card. It can be about leaving emotional baggage from the past behind, but I actually get here what I already got from Spirit when I was preparing for your reading, leaving a relationship behind, especially because I have the Two of Cups. What is that beautiful partnership? It can be soulmate energy right next to it. We have the King of Cups here. Well, usually is someone who is emotionally mature and not afraid to express their feelings, quite romantic. For some of you, it is about leaving something or someone behind because you are looking for the Two of Cups with a King of Cups. But you need to leave someone else behind to get there. Especially when I look at this row, so we have that King of Cups with that Ace of Wands and the Chariot. So the Chariot again is victory, success, very fast positive movement forward, travel, even moving. So you want to have the new beginning, a successful new beginning with a King of Cups here. And you want with that King of Cups also that serious committed relationship. The 10 of Pentacles or coins is marriage. It's in general abundance and it is financial success, but that's not what I get. I really get here that is that marriage that you want, and you are very determined to get there with the Knight of Swords. And I really have to say it again, the Knight of Swords came out in every reading that I did for all signs. I already said it in the last one. Obviously, at the end of the year, everyone is quite determined for the new year, for what they want to go for here. So you want really that really committed relationship here, that, or even really marriage with your person, and you want them to be the King of Cups. You want romance, you want passion, you want to have someone who can express their feelings. For the ones of you who are identifying themselves here as the King of Cups, so you are someone who is, as I've said, very emotionally open and very romantic, and you want to live that. So maybe you have a partner right now who can deal with that and can give back to you. You don't have that equal give and take. So with the Eight of Cups, so for some of you it is really about leaving baggage from the past behind to have that heart opening, because I get with the Princess of Cups here that soft heart opening. It's even with the heart chakra here. So softly but surely opening up and finally being successful here. And maybe before that heart opening wasn't possible because there was too much baggage on the heart space. So with the Princess of Cups here, making a romantic effort, maybe flirty energy is also what I get, with a lot of passion here, but with the goal for the 10 of coins. For someone where it's about maybe a creative project here with the Ace of Wands. So for some of you, I even get that, surprisingly, because most readings were about love. I only had one that wasn't. But I get it here as a side note for some of you, where it's about a creative project that moves not fast enough, but it's a project from the heart here, and that will bring a huge abundance financially. That's beautiful. So I have the Two of Cups. What's the spiritual union, that beautiful soulmate energy, that romantic partnership with a lot of passion with the Ace of Wands, and we have even the Knight of Cups here. What's the romantic gesture? What's really, that's a beautiful row here. That's what you want. And I mean, this is your overview. It's not your current energy. That's your overview for next year. So that's what you can have. So for some of you, it still means that you need to leave something else behind. And you really want to be victorious and successful here and move forward in a quite quick way. As soon as someone offers that cup to you, you get quite determined here with the Knight of Swords. So again, the Knight of Swords is very determined, moving towards his goals, knows exactly what he wants, storms forward. Just be a bit careful. I always give a little warning with that card, because sometimes that Knight of Swords has, because being so focused on the goal, the tunnel vision, and doesn't look left and right, is also not really careful with the communication, so it lacks compassion sometimes and softness. So you might be quite harsh in your communication. Be careful here to not hurt someone who's not deserving to get hurt. I mean, no one really deserves to get hurt, but you know what I mean. Someone, you know, you don't want to hurt at all, and you really don't mean it. It's just because you're so focused here on what you want. And to have that determination and storm towards your goal with all of your passion, you need to leave something behind. Is that row here telling us? So I think we now got it. Let's get into some other decks. Take a deep breath, please. So some of you are a bit, I don't know, maybe that leaving someone behind. When I was preparing for your reading, I really got that pain. So let's see what else we get in the reading. For Capricorn, please, for 2024. That one wants to fall out. I have let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally at the bottom. That kind of, they bring me back to the Knight of Swords here. Again, that storming forward. I also get the message for you to not be so extremely focused on the outcome. Enjoy the journey to the goal. The Knight of Swords sometimes, you know, again, he's not really looking what's left and right. Storming towards the goal with that tunnel vision, you rob yourself of beautiful experiences on the way. And also by being too focused on the goal, you are too much in the future with your mind and your emotions. But you create your future in your present moment. So, look at that. We have, actually they were in the reverse position, engagement and wedding. That's your 10 of Pentacles. So for some of you, I really get that you might push your current partner into, you know, because you want the 10 of Pentacles so badly. We see it here, yeah. 10 of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords. You might try to push your person into that energy of engagement and wedding, but that goes together with the let go of control issues. It might even be for some of you, by pushing them into that they will leave. So be careful here. Underneath is separation, just saying. So there is something going on here. So I have to pick up on different scenarios. So only, again, I repeat it, only take what resonates. Don't make something fit. Trust your intuition. So what else, please, here for Capricorn for 2024, please, Spirit? Appreciation and the Angel of Love with the 6th chakra. What's the third eye? So intuitively, so you okay, warm Spirit. Not so fast. With the third eye chakra, you can't fully trust your intuition. For some of you who are overthinker, not really unusual for a Capricorn. It might be that your vision is a bit blurred here, that you are too much in your head, and by that overthinking, you might not fully receive your spiritual guidance or not really hear your intuition. That's just a side note. It's in the upright, so you can fully trust your intuition and you try to follow it. We have the appreciation card. So you are appreciated and you appreciate your journey, is what I hear. If not, take it as an advice. But with the Angel of Love, that goes for me together here with that energy that I felt with that Princess of Cups. That soft heart opening. It's a very beautiful, sensual energy that I feel with that. It's really beautiful. For some of you, it's really about that you finally leave baggage from the past behind and be able to open your heart more. That it leads maybe to that 10 of Pentacles, to engagement and wedding. Again, for some of you, you need to leave another situation behind and have that with someone new. So again, different scenarios here. I try to mention the ones which are not just for one person, only if I'm guided to, but what else, please, for Capricorn here for 2024, Spirit, please? Also in the reverse position, let's see. Pay attention to signs at the bottom. So Spirit is working with you, trying to give you signs. Again, don't be too much in your head and also not in that Knight of Swords energy. Again, determination is great. To know what you want is great, but to not even look left and right, maybe it's not that great. So we have family, tribe, and sexuality in the reverse position. So for some of you, it's really about leaving a situation behind, a family behind. I mean, you have the Ace of Wands as the middle card, what is actually also a card of sexuality. So your current relationship might not be really fulfilling anymore. The passion is missing. The love is missing. You might not, okay, for some of you, you don't feel enough appreciated. But you want to feel appreciated. You want to feel loved. So you follow your guidance, which might tell you you can have that, but not with that person. Again, only for some of you. Spirit tells me to repeat that because some of you might, you know, even though if you're totally happy in your relationship, suddenly think, oh no, next year it will fall apart. But again, only, maybe it's not your reading then. But of course it can become that situation. It's the next year situation, but still don't make it fit. Then click off. Spirit says click off. So, but maybe also you are not ready to hear it. not in that state yet to accept that something needs to end. That's also for some of you, but that's also totally fine if you're not ready yet to. We always have our own pace to go into acceptance of certain things. So sometimes friends or family are already seeing what's going on, but we can't. And then they can tell us a million times that situation is toxic or it's not good for you. We might, as long as we don't see it that way, we won't act on it. So we have to be ready to receive the information. Spirit is telling me that usually they give me the information you, as the one who's watching the video, is ready to receive. But sometimes we click on a video and we are not ready. So what's the shadow that Capricorn needs to face in the year of 2024 to make their dreams come true? So we have fragmentation. So there is something that happened in your life in the past. It can be a childhood, it can be in a past relationship. Take it as it resonates. That's different for each and every one of you. But there happened something that kind of brought the fragmentation. So a part of your soul kind of is still there in that past situation. It's not integrated. So shadow work means not to get rid of something. It's to look at it, shine the light on it, and integrate it. It's a part of you. So all our past experiences, even if they were quite painful, they are a part of our situation, part of our lives, part of our personality. So it's about to shine the light on them, accept them as part of us, and integrate them. I have the envious gluttony as the other shadow. It's a really ugly card. So if you don't want to see it, look away now. Spirit tells me to show it. So I'm sorry. If you don't want to see it, now close your eyes for a sec or look away. So that's an ugly card. You can look again. So this card is not just ugly looking, it's also ugly in the meaning. And actually, Spirit is telling me that is the part that's fragmented, that you don't want to look at. And I understand. It's the part that you can't accept as part of yourself. But as within, so without. As long as you don't look at your shadows, you will attract something in the outer world that is not matching your desires. So if something isn't happening in your outer world yet, even though it's your true heart's desire, your inner world is the reason. So this card is about anguish, about deep pain, about anger also, so all suppressed. It comes from past relationships that we didn't work out. So we just pushed it down, suppressed it. So sacral chakra issues might be quite common. So our sacral chakra is, our inner child is there, our emotions, especially repressed ones. So you can have problems with your digestive system somehow. If you have, so this is really an inner monster that lives in you here. An inner monster that is kind of a parasite, that is envious. So if you maybe sometimes look at others, what they have, what you don't have, that is that monster. So you really have to go within here, my dear Capricorn, and look where this comes from, and to look at it. So when it comes to shadow work, so we all have shadows. It's not as scary. It can be scary, but it's a part of our spiritual journey. Shadow work is a very important thing, and it won't get solved by suppressing it. That works for some time. I know what I'm talking about. There was an issue I did have since earlier childhood, or earliest childhood, and I was suppressing it for 40 years. I knew it's there. I knew what it is about. I couldn't look at it. I avoided it, but I had nightmares each and every night. This was haunting me. So I was forced to look at it. At some point, we get forced to look at it. So why not rather make the decision by yourself before the nightmares come, or before something plays out of that shadow in your physical world? Because you will attract something out of that shadow at some point, if you not already did. So why not rather go within, shine your brightest light on that damn shadow, on that damn monster, on that parasite. That's also that little voice in your head that's kind of creepy, telling you that you don't deserve better. That brings up the doubt, the fear, the worry, but mostly envy. But it is a part of you, and it exists because of an experience you've made in your past, whatever that was for you. It was created there. So by looking at that shadow and identifying where it was created, look at that situation in your past, alone by acknowledging it, you weaken that shadow. So shadow integration is nothing that happens overnight, but by setting the intention to want to integrate it and to want to hear what comes with it and needs healing, you already set that in motion, and your angels and spirit guides can help you with that. So I want to ask Archangel Michael to please assist Capricorn by cutting out what's not serving. I want to ask Archangel Raphael to please assist Capricorn here with the healing. So you can ask these archangels and your spirit team in general to please assist you with that. Pay attention to your dreams. So your subconscious might, I hope not already with nightmares, but they might, your spirit guides and angels and also your subconscious might already give you signs in your dreams. So pay attention here to the signs and don't ask anyone what it could mean. Your intuition knows. Your subconscious works with the symbolic that you can understand, and only you, actually. The best, at least. So I have the Nine of Wands. That's the wounded warrior with the Knight of Wands. Let me get first out more cards here. The Five of Cups. Yet, not surprised to see that. The Knave of Wands. So that's the page. And two more. Okay, three more. The Moon, the Sun. Oh, that's cool. And the Six of Swords. Yeah. So that shadow work is really essential to get to the sun. I mean, I do it backwards here. So the last cards that came out were the Moon and the Sun and the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is tranquility. It is leaving the chaos and the storm behind and moving on to calmer waters. The Moon is, in this regards, facing your shadow to get into, I hear, illuminate the shadow. So the Sun needs to, illuminate the shadow here. Shine your light on the shadows here. That will tranquil your mind, calm the inner chaos. That's really important work you need to do. The Sun in general is, of course, abundance, it's happiness, it's growth. That's ascension. That's really beautiful energy here that you can achieve by facing your shadow. So the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, someone who went through a lot in life, but it's guarded energy, suspicious energy. We have the Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands is an energy of adventure, open-minded, open-hearted, very passionate energy. I don't like that Knight of Wands in regards to love, because it can be that in, out, hot, cold, pure sexual energy. So for some of you, you might be in a Knight of Wands energy, especially with sexuality in the reverse position, as well as the Ace of Wands in the middle of your spread. But that's really just for some of you, not for the majority. So you are guarded in regards to that kind of energy, or you should be guarded, actually, for some of you, because that's not what you want to attract. So, but the main advice here is that because of your shadows, you are guarded. Your heart is guarded. We already got that it's important that you open your heart, and you even want to, and you know also already. And be more adventurous here, to let your guard down and be more adventurous in regards, more open-minded, not so with that tunnel vision. They point out that tunnel vision in regards to the goal, very fixated on the outcome, not on the journey, but the path is the journey, actually, and not the outcome. I have the Five of Cups energy, which is about wrong focus, wrong perception. We are very focused on what we don't have, can't have, don't have yet. So focused on the spilled cups instead of what we have. So it's not an energy of gratitude. It's the opposite. So we can't even really see what good we have. We only are focused on what's not there. So when we get that example for relationships here, so when I have a relationship where there might be, not really satisfying sexual energy, because it came up here that way, or not enough passion, let's say, just that way, or you don't feel really appreciated, you are very focused on that, but there might be a lot of things that are really beautiful. So it's in general the wrong focus. The focus on what's not there. The focus on the spilled and broken cups. In the traditional tarot, it's really about that the Two of Cups are standing right behind that person, but they look in the other direction on the spilled and broken cups. Even though the Two of Cups, what you want, that beautiful spiritual union, that beautiful soulmate relationship, it's right behind the back of the person. So you might be in a fulfilling relationship, but because of being focused on these two or three little things that aren't there, you don't perceive that relationship as fulfilling. That is one of the messages here. With the so the Five of Cups came out with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is it's inspiration, is what I hear. It can be communication in a passionate way, but I actually get more that the communication is not enough, because it goes with the Five of Cups. So pages are communicators, but it's just that little, you know, that little text message instead of a call, or just two words instead of a whole sentence. So nothing deep, nothing really satisfying, especially not for you with the Five of Cups. And you are very focused on that little communication. So, but for some of you, I hear, yeah, maybe your person is not so good in expressing their feelings with words, but maybe they show it in some way that you don't appreciate enough. That is for some of you. But that you perceive it that way, that is your shadow here, that ugly, envious, gluttony stuff. That little creepy voice inside your head. So really illuminate that shadow that will tranquil your mind and the inner storm in general. And then you can move forward in a more satisfied way in relationships and in life in general. What else for Capricorn, please, Spirit? Oh, that's the wrong deck. They tell me another deck first. Sorry, but thank you. Capricorn for 2024. What else, Spirit, please? Joy is fun, so that might be missing a bit. So I sense a bit too serious energy sometimes with the milestone, so that's beautiful. So when you bring a bit more fun into your life in whatever way, instead of only working and going with the to-do lists and being very serious and focused on what's not there in your life, to be present in the current moment and enjoy the moment. And that will actually lead to the milestone, that will lead to achievement, to be present in the moment and enjoy the moment. It could have stayed on the table, Spirit. So, what's that? The High Priestess of Earth. And I have to have a look what flew down here on the floor, of course. Give me a sec, please, to grab it when I can get it. So I have two cards, and it is Hope and the Moon again. So for sure it's about ground yourself more. And so when we are too focused on worry, doubt, fear, when we are too focused on what the Five of Cups said, what's not there, with a tunnel vision determined on the outcome, what is for you that 10 of Pentacles, then we usually are not grounded enough. So it's really about to find a practice here to ground yourself, and grounding means also to be more present in the moment. We have the Moon card again. So the Moon in general, I mean, I only got here for you that shadow work, but of course the Moon is more than that. The Moon is about intuition. It's about cycles, of course. The Moon is also about uncertainty sometimes, because you only have your intuition and no proof in the physical world yet. I have a black cat on that card, so maybe that, so they pointed out that maybe important to some of you in some way. So for some of you, it might be that this is a familiar, so kind of a spirit guide that is by your side here in form of a black cat, maybe, that can help you with your shadow work in some way. And we have in that Hope card even also a full moon. Can you see that there in the background? So don't give up hope is what I hear. There is a bit shadow work to do, and you have to ground yourself but you can do it. You are not alone. Your spirit guides and angels are with you and assisting you with your healing and with your shadow work. But as I've said, rather do it on your own before you get forced to do it. That might become quite unpleasant then. I can tell you. So what's the main challenge or lesson, please, for Capricorn in 2024? Besides that shadow work that they don't want to do. Up in the air. Yeah, Capricorn doesn't like to be up in the air and not knowing what happens, but embrace the unknown is what I hear. We have Archangel Michael also. We already called him. I called him in. He's always in my readings. I always call the archangels in, especially Gabriel, Michael, and Raphael. But up in the air. So there is some, that's also what I got with the moon, that uncertainty in some way. So there's something, maybe even financially, because they point out the coins in that 10 of Pentacles here. So financially, not feeling really safe, not knowing where it will lead, but also in relationships, you really just don't like to be up in the air. That's your challenge here for sure. But the lesson is that you are safe. Even Archangel Michael is with you. When it's about children, maybe, I mean, especially in this card, Archangel Michael is protecting your children here, but he's a protector in general. So you are safe is the message of this card. You are safe, you are guided, you are protected. There is no need to worry. That's your lesson. But the challenge is that you don't know what comes tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. But we aren't supposed to. It's about the journey. They pointed out again. It's not about a goal. It's good to have goals. It's good to be determined. But it's about enjoying the present moment, the journey, and do it with joy. Not just because it's a task to get to the goal. That was for some of you. Give me a sec. Here's something with the deck. Weird. So, what else for Capricorn for 2024 spirit? What did I not see yet or not mention, or what didn't we have at all here on the table yet? Because we get close to the ending of the reading. 4 wands with the Knight of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles with the Fool. And the 5 of Pentacles. So 4 wands is again kind of that 10 of Pentacles energy. It's marriage. But it is also about joy and stability. It's that great foundation. Usually it's about relationships. And I had to smile a bit because we have the Knight of Pentacles again, which is already your overall energy. So it's all, according to your ego, too slow moving. It's not unfolding fast enough, but your shadow is the reason. Again, as within, so without. And if you want your outer world to match your deepest heart's desires, you have to do the work, my dear Capricorn. Sorry to say that. I hear not to avoid anymore. So when it comes to that, for some of you, it's really about that committed relationship with the 4 wands, to have that beautiful, so what's not fast enough. For others, it's about that financial stability, especially because I have the Five of Pentacles at the end here. It's really about, when it comes to finances, about a loss of finances or the fear of not having enough, a lack. It's in general the lack mentality. But it's also a card of feeling left out in the cold and alone. The Three of Pentacles with the new beginning, the Fool. So the Fool would be the new beginning, having that leap of faith, taking risks, leaving the emotional baggage from the past behind. And that Three of Pentacles is teaming up to get there. So for the ones of you who want to have kind of a new beginning with the person you're with, so kind of, you know, evolve, but that might not really work out with the Five of Pentacles that was at the bottom with it. So feeling left out in the cold and alone here. So the teamwork isn't working to make things happen. And that's why it gets too slow here. Or so slow. But again, the reason, you shouldn't blame your partner here. The reason is inside of you. My dear Capricorn, last message from Spirit to you for 2024. So Spirit, what's the last message here for Capricorn? Listen to life. That's interesting. And guidance. I will read the cards. Give me a sec to change my glasses to do so. So, listen to life. I am attentive to the world around me. Signs and symbols guide me to success. I listen and discover the way to the eternal. But to see the signs, you need first of all stillness within, that tranquility, because you can't hear your guidance and you can't receive your intuitive insights when you're always in the mind. And when you are storming forward without looking left and right, with that tunnel vision, you can't see the signs around you. So you have to enjoy life. You have to live life by enjoying the moment fully. Wasn't that already here, a message in that? No, that was forcing. I kind of thought, but maybe it was a different reading. So the guidance card. In times of uncertainty, I ask God to guide me to the light in my being. I am directed to doors that will open inner freedom to me and step forward in trust. I release my fate to God and my faith is rewarded. So it's really about surrendering here, right? In that, especially the uncertainty that I got here with the moon energy and with the up in the air card, it's really about to have that trust, to surrender and have the faith that everything will work out for the very best, for the highest good of you and the highest good of all. And so it is. My dear Capricorn, I wish you the very best for 2024, all the success, all the love that you deserve and that you wish for. Thank you so much for watching here, for staying with me. And if it's still Christmas when you're watching this, Merry Christmas. And yeah, until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care. Hello, Taurus. My dear Taurus, how are you doing? We will see what we get here for 2024, what to expect. I'm a Taurus myself, so I'm curious too. What I actually got while preparing was a bit confusion in regards to love. Also that maybe the choice to leave a situation behind wanting to move forward toward wish fulfillment, but it's not going fast enough, and there might be a bit of attachment going on here. So we will see what we get. I start with a 9-card spread to get an overview, and then when we will look at some other decks to get further information. Taurus, I hope you're doing well, having a wonderful Christmas, eating delicious stuff. So, the 7 of Pentacles as the overall energy. They tell me to look at it. Underneath is a King of Wands, so you might deal with a fire sign here, so it's specifically Sagittarius. And actually, what I feel right away, so it might be quite a long time that you hold on to this person already, with the 7 of Pentacles, and this is a card of patience usually. So the 7 of Pentacles is, we've planted a seed, we nurtured it, it grew, we watch it grow, but at some point we want to reap the fruits, and that's kind of not happening yet, because usually when this card comes up, it shows us that there is a bit impatient, and it tells us that we need to be more patient. And there are times, I mean, Taurus is a very patient sign, but there were times when I thought, not in that situation, but in general in life, when I was impatient, what takes quite some time. But when I was impatient and I heard someone saying, you have to be a bit more patient, even my guides, yeah, so my spirit guides and angels, and just be more patient. All is happening in divine timing. I thought, if there is someone tells me that one more time, I don't know what I do. So yeah, and in regards to a King of Wands, obviously there is some impatience going on here. Something is not unfolding fast enough according to our ego. What ego? So the middle card will go with the overall energy. So let's see what that is. 10 of Cups. Our emotional fulfillment. So we want that. We've planted the seed. We've put a lot of effort, time, energy, love, nurturing into it. Let's see. Maybe we get it. I lay out the cards first. I show them to you when I talk about them. I tell you already what I have. Oh, we have a King of Coins now too. Another king in the game. 10 of Swords. Ouch. 7 of Cups. Here we go with the confusion. 9 of Cups. There's that wish fulfillment. 8 of Coins. Work. Dedicated effort. Hanged Man, feeling stuck in regards to a wish fulfillment with a king. Princess of Wands. And Justice. So can you remember when you were watching the intro that a message for the earth signs in general was justice will be served? And we have the Justice card here. So let's see, let me have a sip of my cappuccino very quick. Well. So the 10 of Cups is a beautiful, so again, also these energies in general. I mean, again, I feel impatience with the 7 of Pentacles, but it is that we are very patient, and that we really put a lot of nurturing into that situation. We want to have the 10 of Cups, and we knew it's nothing that happens overnight. And so we've planted the seed, nurtured it, and it grew, but it's not quite there yet where we want it. So our wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups, look at that row here. So 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the 8 of Coins. So we made clear our wish would be the 10 of Cups, and we've put the dedicated effort in it, or we are willing to do so if you didn't yet. It's for next year, right? I also get for some of you, maybe in regards to work, because the Eight of Coins is also the card of work. So in regards to work, there might come a wish fulfillment, a career boost of some kind. That's a beautiful Nine of Coins, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, and Eight of Coins is a beautiful energy. So in regards to work, it might everything work out very well. Spirit, where to go on? I want to avoid that damn Ten of Swords there. But okay, let's, let's just go with it. Ten of Swords is a really painful energy. But the 10 is indicating the end. So in this regards, the end of a very painful cycle. I mean, the Ten of Swords is a really very painful energy. I mean, we have 10 swords in the body. We aren't able to move. It's really devastating here. It's a death. What I get actually is that it's time to end a painful cycle. And also that before we can have a new beginning, we need to end the old. So we want to have the 10 of Cups. But in order to get it, we need to end a painful cycle here. There's something we might still hold on to that we need to release first. In that row, we have also that Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands, in the traditional tarot, it's the page. Pages can be about learning, studying. It can be about communication. I really get here the inspiration, so you have a very clear picture of how your 10 of Cups could look like. But I also get, because some of us didn't end that painful cycle yet, we are just in the energy of the princess in regards to certain areas. So not in general, but so we can't fully approach or receive the 10 of Cups because that is still blocking us here. We will see throughout the reading what that is about. So in regards to the wish with the king here, so the King of Pentacles is Virgo's energy, but it can of course represent us as an earth sign. So for the ones of you who are identifying as the king here in the reading, you have a certain wish but you feel stuck. Or if you are identifying with as a feminine energy and this is your person, you want to manifest them, it would be your wish, but you feel stuck. So the Hanged Man is Pisces energy, and it is feeling stuck, but we are stuck for a reason. We have to take a look at the situation from all different angles to get the bigger picture here. There's something we can't see. It comes out here with the third eye chakra, so our vision might be blurred. Maybe we are overthinking too much here and not really receiving our intuitive insights well in this situation, or we are too focused on the goal. By the way, it's the first reading and it's the 11th of 12, where not the Knight of Swords is in the 9-card spread. In all other readings, there was that Knight of Swords. So, sorry, I just realized that. Now I've lost my track here. We are stuck for a reason, but we just need to look at the situation from a different angle here. So there is something that needs to, I hear you have to adjust, whatever that might be, we will figure out. So we already had that row, that wish fulfillment in regards to work. So we have the King of Coins with the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups can be confusion. That was what I was getting when preparing for the reading. It is also about choices, having more than one choice. It can also be that daydreaming state, but it's not what I'm getting. So I really get the confusion here in the first place with the Ten of Swords. So that pain, that ending brings up confusion, maybe trying to avoid it for some of us. Looking for maybe we have another chance or another choice instead of ending that cycle in that painful way, or because it would be very painful to end it. So whatever that is for each and every one of you, or whoever that is. So we have the King of Coins in that diagonal row here with the Ten of Cups, so as that emotional fulfillment, and the Justice card. So the Justice card is about balance. It's, by the way, with the throat chakra here, what's communication and being our authentic true self. So Justice is about balance. It's about fairness. It can indicate a divorce here. So because Spirit is pointing out that the King of Coins sometimes can represent someone who's married. So for the ones of you who are into a King of Coins or into a king who is not available yet, that emotional fulfillment has to wait until they are divorced. Because it comes up that way, they might already be in that process to divorce. That's just for some of you. For others, it's really about, I've heard that justice will be served. So you might have put a lot of effort into a situation here, as we already saw. Maybe you've put the effort into a King of Wands, but justice will be served with a King of Coins. I don't know if already two kings are in your life or if one appears. Maybe for some of you, a King of Coins comes into your life and brings the painful ending with a King of Wands. That is one scenario I pick up on. The Ten of Cups with the Hanged Man, or in this deck it's, by the way, the Hanged Woman, I'm sorry. So feeling stuck in regards to our emotional fulfillment with the Seven of Cups. The confusion and choices is what I hear. We have to get really clear on what we want. So even though I get with the Princess of Wands, we have a quite clear picture of how our Ten of Cups should look like. But the confusion, which comes with the painful ending here somehow, is the reason for the confusion, and that is the reason that we are feeling stuck. So we have to get out of that confusion. We have to make a clear choice on what we want. So what that Ten of Cups means to us, how has that, so what is it for us? In regards to work also, it can be that you have more than one choice in career here. With the Justice card, for some of you might be that you might have to ask a lawyer to check the contract before signing. That's the side message here. For others, I hear you get your dreams fulfilled here with that, with a job offer, something you dreamed about, because again, the Seven of Cups can also be that daydreaming. So you were dreaming of a certain career path, and now it's right in front of you, ready to grab it. So I think we are through all the rows here. So let's get into some other decks. For Taurus for 2024, please, Spirit. Unrequited love and the soulmate card. So, yes, this is your soulmate. Unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So for some of you, it is that you feel as if it's unrequited love because your person, again, as we got at the very beginning, isn't acting that way. So I'm guided to clarify here more what I wasn't in the other readings. So give me a sec. Because for some of you, it's not the case. It just is, especially for the ones I hear where your person still goes through a divorce. They are just emotionally detached to you because they want to close that old cycle first. What's actually quite mature. To not get involved with you before the old situation is resolved. For others, it might be unrequited with that impatience, but it's not what I'm getting actually. We have the Wheel of Fortune, so everything is happening in divine timing. It was fated that you've met. It's challenging with the Five of Wands, but everything happens according to divine timing. So I've said it in other readings. What is divine timing? Not a certain time, not a very certain time where happens something, but it is about being in alignment with your desires. And especially in regards to relationships, of course, both partners have to be in alignment with each other. But we have the Death card here and the Eight of Wands. Interesting. So Scorpio's energy now in the game too here with the Death card. So the Death card is transformation, but it can indicate an end. So again, for some of you, where it is unrequited love or where you really feel unrequited love and don't believe anymore that there is something happening, you might end it, even though it might be quite painful. And then you can move forward with the Eight of Wands in a more positive way. That is really that very fast positive movement forward with passion. It's communication. For others, I get even it's everything happens in divine timing. It was fated. It's a challenging time, but old cycles need to be closed first before that positive movement forward can happen. So especially if you are waiting for communication, they want to first of all close that old cycle. So again, that's mostly for the ones who are where the soulmate is still involved in a marriage. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I have the Ten of Swords again with the Four of Swords. So for some of you, it might also be that because they point out the two kings here. So that might even be someone from the past here that you've invested a long time in, and what didn't work out and where it was a painful ending. And because of that old painful ending that you maybe didn't heal fully yet, it's still bringing confusion with that new person. That's also for some of you. So there needs still healing to take place in regards to the Ten of Swords here. What else, please, Spirit, for Taurus for 2024? Indecision. Yeah, that's coming up here with that damn Seven of Cups with the confusion. not knowing really what to do. And it comes with the healer of the ages. What's beautiful. So first of all, some of you might be a healer in some way. That can be really in medicine, physically, or it can be in energetic terms. Take it as it resonates. But you might be kind of, for some of you, I really pick up on that you think, I'm not in that, I don't know what that Ten of Swords is about anymore. I've healed my past stuff. But obviously, there is still something left. I feel heavy disappointment that might be heavy on your heart still, that you didn't work out fully. When you, for the ones of you where what I just said, that you've put a lot of time into a certain person and it didn't work out, where you really thought that's the one, but in the end you end up hurting, and with the Ten of Swords, for sure, very painful. But it might be longer ago, and you think you've resolved that, healed it, let go, are open to love. But do yourself a favor and take some reflection time and go within and think of that person and see what comes up. Spirit is telling me kind of try to have a conversation with them, not for real, on your mind, or write down what you think about them or what you would tell them, or kind of write them a letter and see what comes up. Because by beginning to write down something, your thoughts, you don't go around in circles. It just comes out, and there come sometimes things out that you weren't aware of, that they are there, that this is part of your thoughts or your emotions still. So for some of you already, they show me tears rolling down your face here, and I hear saying, I didn't know that this is still, that I still felt that way. And my heart gets quite heavy here now. So there, that indecision, Spirit is pointing out, the indecision goes with the Ten of Swords, and we have the Ten of Swords here next to the confusion. So there is that old pain, something is there still lingering that brings up some kind of confusion and indecision here. Let's see. For Taurus 2024. Oh, flying out here. So say what you mean at the bottom. And what's the one on the floor? Rejection. So the fear to be rejected might stem from that old Ten of Swords energy. Or even if you are going through the Ten of Swords right now. So again, for one scenario, it was about leaving a current situation behind to let someone new in, but there is still some of the pain not worked out yet. I mean, we have the Ten of Swords appearing twice in that reading, and that means there is still something heavy going on here in our energies. And that brings up the fear of rejection. So it's say what you mean. It's really about not holding back out of fear to say something wrong, to express your true authentic self. Not, not out of fear that they would reject you when you say something. So some of you might be afraid to express their true self, because then they could reject you. They might not like that side of me, so I can't show it off. Don't do that. because you want to be loved for who you are, and you can't hide that part forever. And I know out of experience with others, so with clients, that sometimes people think, yeah, I just need to hide it long enough, and when they are in love, then I can show it, but then they can also love that part. That's usually not working out. And especially if it is obviously something serious that you want to hide, first of all, you can't hide it very long when it's an important part of you, and you just shouldn't. And trust me, actually, to be your true, authentic self is the most attractive thing for people. And if they don't like you and love you the way you are, with all you are, then they aren't the right one, anyways. So don't be afraid to be you. So for some of you, that rejection thing is not just that Ten of Swords from a past connection, it's also an inner child wound, abandonment issue, something also with that not being free to be yourself. So there is something from childhood that I pick up on, that is kind of, you were maybe told you're not good the way you are, you have to be, you are so different, it's not good, you have to be more this or more that kind of stuff. So that you are not comfortable with yourself and think you are not lovable when you are your true self. But you are, Taurus. You are. You deserve all the very best. You deserve to be loved, to be happy, and you are very lovable. Especially when you are your true, authentic self. So what's the shadow Taurus needs to look at in 2024, most importantly? The masquerade. So yeah, so you are hiding and alone in the world. So first of all, you aren't alone. And if you think you have to mask yourself, or at least parts of you, because they might not be well received by the one you are in love with, but instead of, I don't want to end up alone, but when I show my whole true self, they don't want me. That's not the way it works, my dear. Only for a certain time, but in the end, don't be afraid to be you, truly you, in your full power. Don't hide a part of you, and you're not alone. Maybe we'll get a bit more information about that. So what do we have here? I have the Emperor and the World, and at the bottom the Ten of Swords, the third time. Are you kidding me? Holy moly. Actually, with the Emperor, for some of you, I really get father issues here. So there is something from childhood, as I've said, so that has to do with your father. Actually, I can relate to that. For others, it might be a divine counterpart that you have dealt with, that you really felt deeply connected with and put a lot of effort in, and they hurt you like crazy. But with the World card, so again, we have the Emperor and the World. It really needs to end. Whatever it is for you, it is a very painful cycle, but the Ten of Swords is also indicating the end of that cycle. The World is indicating the end of a cycle. the end of a karmic cycle. In this regards, a very painful cycle. So for some of you, it's really about the father. For others, again, about a past lover that you have looked at your divine counterpart. But guys, really, 3 times the 10 of swords, that's crazy. I don't know that if I ever had that. And it's blocking us for love here. And success even. But mostly for love is what I hear. Holy moly. So, whew. Can we have some energy clearing here for... And I really want you to relax and take a deep breath here. I put the rose quartz on which 10 of swords here. Whew. I mean, I know what it is for me. I hope you know what it is for you. That 10 of swords that's still lingering in your energies and that intensity. I want you to take a deep breath in and imagine that you breathe in pure white light that fills up your body. And when you breathe out, you let go of all the pain, all that down limiting stuff, and imagine it as dark smoke leaving your body. I ask Archangel Michael to come in and help you to cut out what's not serving. I call in Archangel Raphael to please help you to heal what still needs healing. Delete, uncreate, destroy it all across all times, space, dimensions, and realities for the highest good of all, and so it is. Clear and transmute it all. Deep breath, Taurus. Deep breath. What else for Taurus 2024? I hear you're so close to wish fulfillment. That's the last thing to do. So you did a lot of healing work here, but that wound is still there, and that cycle needs to be closed out to receive, I hear, the new life. Look at that. We have the great achievement coming up. And at the bottom I have the loving man. Well, it was really heavy, but you've released a lot here. Spirit says we are supposed to take another deep breath. Really let it go. 3 more times. Deep breath in, white light, and deep breath out, black smoke. Let it go. Okay, Taurus, let's go ahead. The moon and obedience. Obedience reminds me of the justice card here. From the picture, I mean. Look at that. She has that sword. She's blindfolded. So this card tells us that sometimes it makes no sense to avoid something, or to be stubborn and say, no, I don't do that. It goes in our regards here now with the moon card. So they tell me they go together. So the moon card is about shadow work. I mean, it is also about cycles. It can be about intuition, right? But I really get the shadow work here. So we can be as stubborn as we want. At some point we have to face it here and really to cut it out. I also hear that when we are staying in avoidance, the access to something beautiful will be not, so it will be denied. The access will be denied. So for some of you, I think it came up in the Capricorn reading. I think it was just the last one. There is that black cat. So for some of you, that might be a familiar, a spirit guide, or a black cat in some way might be a symbol for you. But we have a full moon coming up actually in 2 days. So today is Monday, 25th of December. So on Wednesday, I think, when I'm not totally wrong, the 27th, we have a full moon. I at least plan to do a reading on that, but I did 12 hours of reading today, so I'm not quite sure if I'm I want to do another reading tomorrow. We will see. But yeah, full moon can be in general somehow important to you. I also hear that full moon that comes up here is a great opportunity to let go here, to make that shadow work. So they show me to write down what is still heavy on the heart and then burn it, that paper, and set the intention to release everything that's not serving anymore. So do a little ritual on that full moon. So my readings are timeless. Whenever you stumble over that reading, take the next full moon. What's next? What's the main challenge or lesson for Taurus in 2024? Setting your course. Yeah, we kind of got him. And the Queen of Roses. Interesting. So we had already that we need to get very clear on what we want. That indecisive energy. Oh, okay. Doesn't matter, we already had that deck. Some cards flew down, you know. We already had the message that we need to set the course clearly, that we really get clear on what we want from what the Ten of Cups is to us, that our confusion that comes from the Ten of Swords still brings that indecision, that these mixed signals. With the Queen of Roses, what would be the Queen of Cups in the traditional tarot, the Queen of Roses is someone who is very open-hearted. What might not be possible for us yet with the Ten of Swords here still coming up 3 times. So it might be the challenge here to open up our heart and be that loving woman to that loving man. I also hear set the course from the heart. So not from the mind. The confusion is in the mind. Your heart knows what it wants, and you just have to tune into your heart. Just. What else for Taurus in 2024? So Spirit, what didn't I see yet? What is it what you still, Taurus, want to know? Nine of Pentacles with the Magician. The Nine of Wands with the Queen of Swords and the Empress. So the Empress is Taurus energy as well as Libra. I think the Queen of Swords is also Libra. The Magician is Aquarius energy. So, but what do I get? So right now it's really important to not focus on any king or queen, whatever it is for you, but to focus on ourselves. The Nine of Pentacles is the independent single person. I hear you have to come back to life again, and that on your own, not through another person. So it's really about, so I have a woman here playing the piano. That might be significant. So music or creative stuff can help you here to feel alive again. I have, so that woman is on the piano, and the same woman is here depicted as a statue. So it's really about to come to life again, and music or any kind of creative project might help you to do so. But important is to focus on you and not on some other person. And from that, when you are in that energy, when you feel independent, when you feel safe within yourself, then you can try to manifest your desires with the Magician here. So the Magician has all the tools available to make magic happen and manifest his desires into the physical world. I have here right now, or as long as we didn't do that work, that's the message Spirit is telling me. So we have the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands, what's guarded energy with the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is someone who is emotionally detached. She can be the Ice Queen, what would be with a closed off heart, out of the fear of being rejected, of also of rejecting. Okay, oh, Spirit is telling me we are rejecting a part of ourselves. What brings up that guard? Very suspicious energy here with the Nine of Wands. It's the Wounded Warrior energy. The guard is up. We are emotionally detached, and that's not the way you can manifest love. So we have to do that healing work with focusing on us and setting the course and all that stuff that we've been through, and being in the Empress energy. What is our energy? What is the Empress? The Empress is, first of all, very grounded and full of trust and faith into the divine, into divine timing, into her intuition. So she knows that everything that belongs to her will find the way to her whenever the time is right. So she is not impatient at all, and she's very nurturing to herself as well as others. She's in the receptive mode. She's not chasing anything or anyone. So, last message, please, for Taurus for the year of 2024. So, Spirit, what's the last message for Taurus today? Taking their time. Okay, oh, we have two, and I take the bottom two, so we have three. Okay, let me have a look here. What do we have? First card is goodness. And it says, I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and others. So, Spirit is pointing out the imperfections are just your own perception, right? Out of that issue, maybe for some from childhood here with a father. So it's more about accepting yourself the way you are and know that you are lovable the way you are. The second card is everything turns to light. And it says, I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. Yes. And gratitude as the last card. I am aware of the light in my life. I direct my thoughts to the beauty in and around me. I give thanks to God for every little thing that brings me joy. Thus I enlighten my thoughts. Riches surround me, and I appreciate all that life brings me. So, beautiful last messages. My dear Taurus, I hope this reading helped you in some way. I wish you all the very best for 2024. Don't be afraid to look at these down 10 of Swords, even if you are thinking that you've already worked that out. Spirit is pointing out 3 times 10 of Swords. And they want to make clear that they were very clear to tell us, no, you didn't. So we have to, don't be stubborn is what I hear. Well, since when is Taurus stubborn? Come on, Spirit. You overexert right here. No, okay. Fun aside, we know that we have to do a little work here. Don't be afraid to do so. And we've heard it's the last thing that is in the way here of the great achievement. So, with that said, I wish you a wonderful 2024. Hope that all your wishes and desires are coming true. Wish you a lot of strength for the journey. And if you watch this when it's still Christmas, wish you a Merry Christmas. Take care. Bye bye, Taurus. Hello, my dear Virgo. Here we go with your little overview for 2024. When preparing for your reading, Spirit showed me that some of you might have someone in their life that you identified as your divine counterpart, and what they give you is really not enough. So kind of, you know, giving you just some crumbs, but what you want is really that you want it all. You want to be happy, you want to have that fulfilling relationship. So you kind of are very determined here to speak your truth and not go for any bullshit anymore. So you kind of put all your, or you will, it's for 2024, but maybe it's already kind of, you know, inside of you, that kind of idea to look for a conversation where you take all your courage and strength to speak your truth and tell them so. Kind of maybe not an ultimatum, but kind of, you know, that is what I want, that is how I feel, and I hope you've heard me because my mic is still on the table. But I think you still heard me, but I hope. Maybe I should repeat what I just said. So yeah, so for some of you that have that divine counterpart in your life, you really want to speak your truth here to them, to not go for any bullshit anymore. So they show me the Queen of Swords, which can be quite intimidating actually in her communication when she's in that mood of, hey, you just give me crumbs, that's not enough. So, but we will see what comes out in your reading. So I will start with a 9-card spread where we get a little overview, and then we will use some other decks to get deeper and get further information. So for Virgo, please, Spirit, for 2024. So what will be the topic here, the main topic for Virgo in 2024? Overall energy, that's beautiful. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, that's the chakra tarot, by the way, with the root chakra here. So really very fast, positive movement forward. Communication, even travel, that's for sure what you want. The middle card will go as the overall energy with that card. So let's see what that is first. Yeah, exactly. It's not there yet. That's what I felt already. 5 of Cups goes with that, with the throat chakra even. So there is not enough or non-communication for some of you. So that's what you want. Fast movement forward, communication, very fast positive energy here, accelerated motion. But it's not there. And the 5 of Cups is an energy that tells us that you're quite focused on what's missing. So the perception, so the 5 of Cups is a card that tells you to change your focus. So you are too focused on what's not there. But let's get the other cards out first. I will lay them out and show them when I talk about them. But I will already tell you what we have. So now here we go. The divine counterpart, the Emperor. So Aries energy. I only go with other signs when it comes to court cards and major arcana. The High Priestess, so Cancer. The Hierophant, Taurus. So 3 major arcana in the first row. Holy moly. 2 of Swords, indecision, mental conflict. The Devil, Capricorn. 5 of Wands, challenging times, inner conflict. The Hermit, your card, Virgo. And the 6 of Coins, equal give and take, giving and receiving. But Virgo, you are for sure in a process of huge transformation with all these major arcana in that little spread. 5 cards here. Hermit, Devil, High Priestess, Hierophant, and Emperor. So where to start here? So yeah, first of all, the most so what I already said is that diagonal row here. So we have the Emperor, again Aries energy, someone that you've identified as your divine counterpart maybe. For some it might be that this is you. But it makes no difference here, whatever it is. With the 5 of Cups here that I already explained, which goes with the throat chakra, the Emperor is also with the throat chakra. There is no equal give and take. With the 5 of Cups and the 6 of Coins, that's what's missing. So this person is only taking, not giving. And that's what you're focused on. We have the Hierophant. What is a lot of things. The first thing I picked up on is faith. Let's go with that first of all, with that row, because that's really about the faith. So the Hierophant is about spirituality or religion, whatever it is for you, and the faith into it. And with the Five of Cups, it's really, and the Five of Wands, what's challenge and mental, also inner conflict, it's really challenging for you to stay in that faith because of being so focused on what's not there yet, or what you can't have, what's not happening. But the Hierophant is also the card of integrity, again, of spirituality in general, and of wisdom, of learning lessons. So maybe even being a teacher, but it's not what I'm getting here. And it can also be the card of marriage. So for some of you, that Emperor is married and not available, and that's why they can give to you or aren't giving to you the way you desire. But that's just for some of you. With the High Priestess energy here, gotcha. The High Priestess is a highly intuitive lady. She's also very great in balancing out shadow and light. But what I get here is, because she's also about secrets, so that's especially for the ones where a person is still married with someone else and not available. There might be something, secretly going on between the two of you, at least on an energetic level. So I really don't pick up on a third party here in regards to a physical connection. I really get here, you might have met this person, you fell in love, maybe they did too, but because they are not available, nothing happens here. And it's just a spiritual connection that you feel with them in secret. That's for some of you. You might get, with the Devil's energy here, quite attached and codependent. I hear also the word obsession, very obsessively wanting to have to get something from them with the Six of Pentacles. So and even that, I have that indecisiveness and that mental conflict with the Two of Swords. Then again, the wrong focus here with the Five of Cups with the Devil's energy. So actually that is kind of a Devil's energy, because the Devil can be negative thought patterns too, and the wrong focus is also something like that. And it's coming from a limiting belief also. That attachment also can have a deeper issue here. We will go into that a bit later to identify that further. But the Devil can also be any kind of addiction, codependency, toxicity in general. The Emperor with the indecisiveness and the Five of Wands. So for some of you, it is about that they are indecisive, or not making a decision, and that's challenging for you, or they are in that mental conflict, or their indecision brings that challenge and inner conflict also to you. So it's really about to go a bit into the hermit mode here and do a bit soul searching, to do a bit introspection here. There is something you need to reflect on with that High Priestess, the Five of Cups and the Hermit. It's really about to balance out shadow and light inside of yourself here, instead of being so attached to someone else. It's really about to put the focus on yourself here and go a bit within, because that Five of Cups energy is not healthy, and the Devil's energy neither. So, and I hear choose your battles. So you make it more difficult for yourself than it needs to be, or than it is. Especially for the ones where your person is not available, it's also toxic to, and a lack of self-worth is what I hear, to hold on to someone who's not available and not even giving you something, or just crumbs. To hold on to them and be attached to them and still hope for them, and being so focused on what's not there and that they aren't giving, that's also toxic, and that comes from a self-worth issue here. Let's get some other cards out here, Virgo, to see more what all of that is about. So finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So that might even be for the ones where a person is married, because they might not divorce because it will bring financial loss. That's for some of you. For some of you, the self-worth issue comes from finances and career. So part of you might not feel worthy, or think that they don't think you're worthy. I have trust coming with it here. The situation is calling for you to have faith. But that faith is a huge challenge for you too. I have the Hierophant. What's about challenge? With the Five of Wands in one row, with the Five of Cups. So you might see a lot of 5 or something like that too. What is about challenges, but it's also about change. But it tells you in this case it needs to change, and that change needs to happen inside of you. That's nothing your person can change. That is a change that needs you need to have a look at the situation from a different angle. You look at it from that devil's perspective, and that is the toxic perspective. And that's why the hermit mode is indicated here. That soul searching, that going within. The focus has to, okay, the spirit is pointing out, your focus is on what you don't have and can't have. First of all, you should maybe practice gratitude to be more in that what you have energy, instead of being focused on what not. And the focus shouldn't be on the person, but on yourself right now, or next year, when, however you want to see that. What else for Virgo for 2024, please? Door to personal healing and happiness. And the Goddess of the Moon. What's for me kind of the High Priestess energy. So it's again about intuition. So you really feel intuitively very connected to this person with the Hierophant here, and the Emperor and the High Priestess. So it's about being highly intuitive, and you can trust your intuition also. But and you've met this person for a reason, because they were supposed to trigger certain issues inside of you, to make you aware of them, to acknowledge them, to heal them, or to integrate shadows, whatever it is for you. So they point out that what's important right now is that you need, so I mean, we all have that masculine and feminine energy inside of us that need to be balanced out. So right now it might be important to balance that energy inside of you. What else for Virgo in regards to 2024, Spirit? And that is a bunch of cards, but no, I'm not supposed to. So we are selling out and rejection. So the selling out card tells you in the first place that you need to watch your inner, so your own communication with yourself, your words when you speak to yourself, your thoughts here about yourself and about the situation, because you make when you tell yourself over and over again a certain thing, you make it a belief at some point, and then it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your inner self-talk, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you, Spirit. Couldn't find the right words here. But the selling out card is also about finding excuses, hiding behind something, procrastinating things very consciously, because of not wanting to deal with something. You might know on a deeper level that you have to let go here. For now, at least. You know exactly what to do. I mean, you come up as the high priestess and as the goddess of the moon. You know exactly what to do, but you are finding excuses to not to. You might, so some of you at least, might have that feeling that when you energetically let go, so when you stop thinking of the person and get the focus away from them to you, that you lose that person, but that's not true. In fact, usually with these energetic bonds, it's the opposite. So as soon as you are able to let go and focus on yourself, they might become the chaser. But so it doesn't matter. You need to focus on yourself. That is not healthy here. But you find excuses because you think you will be rejected. It's so there is really a self-love, self-worth issue here playing out somehow. Also, I hear finding excuses to do a certain healing work, to go into that hermit mode. So what is that shadow, Spirit, that Virgo needs to look at? Where comes this from? What are they avoiding to look at? Obsession. So I've heard obsession with the devil's energy. Calling the storm. Interesting. So you have to be careful that, the law of attraction means as within, so without. So when you have, and so you will attract what your energy sends out. With that obsessive toxic thinking here, you will attract something that you don't want to have in your life. So calling the storm is really about that there is an energy inside of you that is out of that inner conflict, out of that being focused, with that obsession, with that toxicity, you call in the storm, what means chaos. You will attract chaos out of this energy and not what you truly desire. What you desire is that the Emperor makes a love offer, is free, and shows and expresses their love to you. But that won't happen in that energy. So when I had to say it in almost every reading, when something in your outer world isn't matching your desire, the issue is inside of you. The reason is not your person, that they don't make a decision or something like that. The reason is you, inside of you. You need to have a look at where does this come from? Why are you so attached here to this person in that toxic way? Why are you so obsessively thinking about them? Why are you so afraid of being rejected? Why are you, not that anyone likes to be rejected, but that is a deeper issue here. Why are you finding excuses to not look at your shadows, to take care of yourself first? Let's get some clarification. Judgment. 2 of Wands. I hear it's up to you. Queen of Swords. 5 of Swords. So ego and pride also playing a role here. King of Swords. So we have divine counterparts here, Queen and King of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. So yeah, the King of Swords needs to become single first, right? That's what you are waiting for. But let's start with the first card. So I've heard with the 2 of Wands, it's up to you. The 2 of Wands is the card of being at a crossroads. We need to choose a path. It comes up with the Judgment card here. So what is Judgment? Judgment is rising like phoenix from the ashes. It's the death and the rebirth. It is spiritual awakening and ascension. Of course, it's also about spiritual guidance in general. It's about closing old karmic cycles. And that is what you need to do first. You have the door to personal healing and happiness. So you've met this person. This situation was supposed to trigger these issues inside of you. And it's up to you now to take care of them, to look at them, to heal them, to integrate shadows. That's what you need to do right now. But it's up to you if you do. No one can actually force you to do so, right? So we have the Queen of Swords with the 5 of Swords. So you are coming up here with pride and ego. I mean, the 5 of Swords is also something else. It's about defeat. It's also about mental conflict, but I got ego and pride. So out of ego, so it's really that toxicity, that attachment is, I want this and I want this now. And why is it not there? So being so focused on what's not there and what you want, and it's not happening, that this is really also a very low vibrational energy, what would call in the storm. So when you look at it from the law of attraction point of view, when it's about what as within so without, so what do you expect to receive by being in that energy? That's not love. You want to have love, but it's not love when you are obsessively, toxically think about a person and want them so badly that you can't think of anything else and not even focus on yourself. And that is what you need to look at now. And they tell you here, so we have a divine counterpart. I mean, we already got it kind of with the Emperor, but I have a King of Swords here too. So they are kind of confirming your intuition. And you are right. You have the High Priestess and the Goddess of the Moon, which both tell you your intuition is right. in regards to that person. But that person is not single yet. With the Nine of Pentacles, that would be the independent single person. They aren't single yet. And as long as they aren't, they can give to you the way you want. And you are supposed to take that time that you have now, because they aren't available anyways, to focus on yourself and do your healing. And then you can come together and at some point when you are healed and when they are free. It's just not the right time yet. And the first thing I hear, acceptance is the key. First of all, you can't change anything about that. That's his decision. It's completely their decision. You can't force someone to get into a divorce or to separate from someone. As when you would try that, they would run away anyways. So no, if you try to push them towards that, that won't work. But what you do right now is pushing them energetically, and that might even hindering the process here. As I've said, it's the opposite of it. You are afraid when you let go here energetically that you lose them. But again, the opposite is the case usually. You give them the room then energetically to, so never underestimate energy. Even though they might not feel it consciously, they might, but it doesn't have to. It still has an effect on them. When you chase energetically and hold on so tight, so toxically and obsessively to them, they don't have the room energetically to make the necessary decisions in their life. And when you feel stuck, you make it stuck here. So playing it safe and deception. So for the ones where really is a third party going on here, also physically, that is really with the deception card here, no nice energy. But I also get again that with that playing it safe card, the fear and deception here, I get also masked. So something is, so we already got it's all in secret, right? So that's what I mostly get here with the deception card actually. So kind of that it's all masked and in secret. And that is the safe place here, maybe even for them, to not reveal anything, because kind of when I speak my truth, then I have to act on it. So playing it safe by, you know, stay in secret. But it's really about to use that time. So really, you have to let go for now, and just shift the focus on yourself, on your own inner healing. That is the current purpose of this connection, to make you aware of your own issues here. And I hear use that time wisely that they need now. And again, by letting go energetically, you give them the room even to make that decision and that forward movement that they need to do. So a bit patience, I hear patience and planning. So patience is needed here. You can kind of, you know, send them love. You can, so it's not that you aren't allowed to think of them, but you have to get out of that obsessive thinking, and by avoiding and finding excuses to not take care of yourself. Okay, that's a bunch of cards. I don't read reversals in that, but I will kind of consider it when I look at them. Spirit will tell me when there is something that I need to look at from the reverse position. So I have confidence, fulfillment, wishing, and differences. Okay. Okay, I saw we already got um, that there are self-love and self-worth issues. What's of course also about confidence, right? Um, which might not be the best here. And by being so afraid to be rejected, by being so obsessively and toxically thinking about a person and being afraid to lose them, um, that also shows us that there is huge fear going on in the background here. So you really have to go within and look where this comes from. What's the main issue and why is it that way? So by just setting the intention that you want to know, ask your spirit guides and angels for assistance here. They will show you the way that's best for you. I really get here with wishing and fulfillment that it's really important for you to go within and reconsider what is the true wish here. Um, to reevaluate what love means to you and what a healthy relationship would look like for you, because with that energy it wouldn't be a healthy relationship, it would be a toxic one. And that's why you are calling in the storm. With that energy you don't call in that beautiful loving relationship that you desire from the heart, but spirit is asking you here to go within and really reevaluate what love and a healthy relationship means to you, because there is a wrong perception too. It may came out in the reverse position. With the confidence it makes sense, because there is not enough confidence with self-love and self-worth issues here. And we have differences, and we already got kind of the message that you think that they could think you're not worthy, but they, if you feel that way, they just mirror back to you your own issue, because you think you're not worthy. In the end it's your issue, and they are just there to mirror back to you what you need to work on. That's with the door to personal healing and happiness, the current purpose here, or in general also of the connection, to bring healing to each other. You are supposed to trigger each other, but you are very focused also on maybe it's not working out, maybe we're too different. That's also maybe why you try to hide certain aspects of you from them, also, is what I hear. But spirit says don't be so focused on differences. That's not important. Love doesn't care about that stuff. And as soon as you are addressing these issues inside of yourself and do that healing work and that integration work, you will see that your outer world also transforms. But spirit is again pointing out that word acceptance. So first of all, you have to accept that you have no power over their relationship, whatever that relationship is, so marriage or committed relationship, whatever. You have no power over that. You can't do anything about it. That's his a decision and his action that he needs to take. So accept what you have no power over, but have also the courage to face what you have power over, and that is yourself, your own mind, your own emotions, your own shadows, and that's what you need to focus on right now to make that work in the end. As long as you hold on in that way to them, it won't stay stuck. And that's in the end a waste of time, because by avoiding to look at it out of fear or out of ego, I hear don't think you're right all the time. So what is the most important lesson or challenge for Virgo in 2024 beside facing shadows and letting go? I hear again, give them room. Setting the course and caught in the ruins. So with setting the course again, in that energy right now, you are just calling in the storm. That's for sure not what you want. So again, we already got the message in regards to wishing and fulfillment, that you really need to go within again and find out what you truly want. Even though you might think you know exactly what you want, but Spirit is telling you here, don't kill the messenger. So I'm just telling you what I see here. Just read the energies. That you don't. And we have the caught in the ruins. That's for sure a fear of you. And for some of you, that behavior comes from not working out a past thing here. So maybe a relationship before didn't work out the way you desired, and you were caught in the ruins, and you didn't actually close that cycle fully. And now you are so afraid that it's again not working out, that this is still playing out here. So you might also have to look at your last relationship or connection here. But again, it's also kind of a fear here that it's okay, they also tell me it goes together. So you have to set a course new to not be caught in the ruins, because again, what you do in your current energy is calling in the storm. So you have to set a new course. You have to choose a different approach here to not be caught up in the ruins. Then this will be your. So it might be challenging to set a new course to get out of that current energy, but that will be your lesson and challenge when you are not able. Because again, it might not be that you, in regards to that person, it might just happen that they don't do anything, and that leaves you maybe sad and disappointed, but you might call in other chaotic energy with that when you stay in that energy. And that is what Spirit doesn't want you to experience. So they tell you here very clearly that there is a lot of work to do on your own here. So take the focus back to yourself. Focus on you. So what else, Spirit, for Virgo here for 2024? What do they need to hear to know what we didn't have mentioned yet? Okay, that is for sure in the reverse position, and it flew out that way. Or look at that, the sun in the reverse position, and the world at the bottom. You are avoiding to look at your shadows. I hear illuminate the shadows. Yeah. In that deck, it's the vampire deck. It's actually, the sun card is about, he gets the vampire into the sun, so the shadow into the sun. And the sun card is the most positive card in the deck in the upright. So it is really about illumination, It's about abundance, happiness, family, growth, all that good stuff. In the reverse position, because it's the most positive card in the deck, it's still a positive card. It's a delay. Because I also hear you avoid to illuminate the shadow. You avoid to look at the shadow. But you need to close that old cycle first. With the World card, it's really important to close an old cycle first. And that's the cycle that brings up that obsessive, toxic stuff inside of you. And that's just calling in the storm. So we have Leo's energy here with the Sun, and we have with the World card the 4 fixed signs. What's also Leo, what's Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So before you didn't look at your own shadows, it will be delayed. You need to close that old cycle first. Before that doesn't happen, your connection will not move forward. You will feel stuck. Last message for Virgo here, please, today for the year of 2024. What's the last message, please, Spirit, for Virgo? Affirmation and joy. So yeah, you might be even, I will read them to you, you might also be very, with all that obsessive thinking and that 5 of Cups energy, it's really, and even that mental conflict and challenge, you might even forget to live and to have joy in your life. So affirmation and joy, and I will read the cards for you. So affirmation first. I listen to myself and acknowledge my needs. I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and I am respected by others. So again, that self-worth and self-love issue for sure is also having and confidence in the reverse position. It really shows us that you don't have self-respect. By holding on that obsessively to someone who's not available is also a sign of no self-respect. And of course they mirror that back to you by giving you crumbs or nothing. So it's really important, please, Virgo, that you go within. The joy card. Like a child, I discover joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. So whatever it is that makes you sing, that makes you, I hear sing with joy, maybe singing, it's really, it can be the little things. So whatever it is for you, maybe just listening to your favorite music and dancing around and singing the song with the artist, or you play an instrument for some of you, or you paint. Maybe remember, even you might have forgotten in how long ever that connection goes on already, in that way. You might have really forgotten yourself here. You're so focused on that person and and that connection that you totally forget yourself here, and you maybe even have forgotten what brings you joy for some of you. So I know that was a heavy reading and I was quite strict with you here, but that was a spirit's wish to be that way, because I could have said that maybe Virgo, here you maybe should look at, but you would have not listened. Maybe you are not here anymore and don't listen anyways because I was too strict here. But anyways, if you are still here, I hope it helped you in some way. Again, don't kill the messenger. It's all for your highest good. It's all with best intentions here. And I hope, it helped you in some way to illuminate some shadows And I wish you all the very best here for 2024. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Bye bye.